It is something that happens daily, and the majority of suicide deaths are men.
Yeah, the Department of Health talked about red flags and resources that can help.
We are focusing on injury prevention, specifically in relation to suicides. And I'm joined now by Dr. Daniel Galanis to talk about this. Thank you for appearing on Living 808.
Thanks very much for having us.
Can you give us an idea of how big of a problem or issue this is in Hawaii?
The viewers might be somewhat shocked to find out that it's almost one suicide among state residents every 2 days in Hawaii. It's an average of about 190 people die by suicide each year in the state. That might be a surprise to people because it's generally an issue that is unfortunately still is stigmatized and it's not really openly talked about.
So on that subject, how people talk about suicide, you would say matters.
Absolutely. We would like to see people very sensitized to others who might be in crisis or who might be at risk for harming or even killing themselves. So our focus is trying to get people to recognize those cues, to get basic training in how to approach someone who you think is suicidal, which includes being very frank, supportive but frank, just asking them, are you thinking of killing yourself? There's the CARES number in Hawaii, which is being publicized lately. If that's not available to you, you can just call 911 and the case will be dispatched accordingly. A lot of suicide attempts, not necessarily deaths by suicide, but attempts take the form of poisoning. So people can call the Poison Center hotline as well.
And if you think that someone might be in need of support like this, what should you do?
Try to offer the person who's in crisis as much support as possible. Be a good listener. Sort of prevent them from getting to any lethal means like a firearm or store of medications or something like that. Definitely listen to them, try to understand where they are in terms of their risk. If you determine that they are at risk of self-harm, you should not leave them alone. But again, just try to get them through those crucial minutes that they're with you until you can sort of get them into more intensive sources to help with their issues.
Dr. Galanis, thank you so much for joining us to talk about this very important issue. Someone listening, it might be just what they need.
Oh, we appreciate it. We very much want to get the message out that people can be of help in preventing this.
Said there are those resources available there. Of course, we'll post all of that, all of the various hotlines and so forth that you can, at our website, khon2.com.